Hello, 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 and welcome. We have come to the middle, to the halfway mark of our 7-day challenge. And it is once again my delight to welcome you back. This evening, we want to welcome anyone who's new. And if you are, then we would like for you to get right on board, first of all, by letting us know where you are visiting or joining us from. It is never too late to get on board because you are able to catch up by joining and reviewing the previous 3 days of this challenge. So, if you have been here since day one or day two, or even joined us on day three, I hope that you have taken the opportunity also to update yourself on what you've missed. But for those that have been here from the start, I want you to type in the chat what you have been doing, how you've been doing, and what has been easy for you and what has been the hardest for you as you seek to adopt the use of the tools that have been provided. For those that are here for the first time, just a recap on what you would have missed. We have committed ourselves to eliminating foods from our diet that are toxic, that cause toxic buildup in our body systems. We also have identified specific foods that we are working on eliminating. And so that you can see them fully, I am going to disappear and just simply allow the PowerPoint to be on the screen so that you can see the full picture of all the content. Now, let's see. Yes, I am still there, so let me see if I can. Okay, so let me see. Are you hearing me now? Marcia? Okay, I will continue in the event that it was not my issue. But if there's anyone else who's on the set with us, you can provide clarification to let me know whether you can hear me or not. It's possible that um, my voice is gone too. So I'm returning to the setting that I had originally, and hopefully that's better. Okay, so the fact about intention, as I stated, is that we have been born with this zeal and desire to attract and to experience life in exciting new ways. Of course, as I have identified with the earlier um, exploration of the earlier tools, is that we are so distracted. The systems that we live in, the culture, the education system, the religious systems, they all pull and demand us to be somewhere else other than focusing on ourselves. And so, our intention, which is simply an aim or purpose to be, do, or have something, is essentially overshadowed. Okay? But our goals and dreams are important to us. And when we are not walking in our purpose, when we are not pursuing our dreams and aspirations, we are in a state of dis-ease, discomfort, discord. We just can't put a finger on why it is that life seems to be an uphill battle. But we can overcome it. We can begin to work with the awareness that there is something missing. And then we need to learn and practice how to focus. And then when we learn that, we will become better at doing and being and having the things that we desire. So, how do we go about mastering our intention? We do that by repeating whatever it is that we desire. We will be successful when we constantly remind ourselves. By reminding ourselves, we are reprogramming our subconscious mind. And over in the picture on the right, we practice by identifying, and you will see more of that in the next slide, with our thoughts, with our feelings, what it is that we desire to do, how we want to do it, when we want to do it, where, how, and with whom. So each time we are focused on our attention, our intentions, we are reinforcing our goals and creating a new blueprint in our minds. I have here, note carefully, because there is no room for self doubt when we are on a mission to be, do, and have things that we desire. When we self doubt, we self sabotage. So, just as we discovered in the previous day's challenge of journaling, that is what you see over on the right column. You must learn to write your intentions and then rehearse them. Okay? Intention plus faith is perfect pairing. By putting your attention on your daily intentions, you activate the law of attraction. What does that mean? That simply means that you bring it into focus, you bring it into existence because you are exuding the energy that you desire and you are focusing on it. You are communicating your thoughts, your beliefs, and your feelings, not only to yourself, but to God who sees and knows all. And that is when you will begin to experience that which you want. There is a scripture text that says, if any man lacks wisdom, let him ask of God. Asking is a way of expressing, but you can also write it, you can also meditate on it, and you can also rehearse it verbally as well as mentally, not to another individual, but to yourself, because sometimes we have so much self doubt that we dismiss our thoughts before we even get a chance to concretize it and really examine the possibility, because others have said, oh, you don't have what it takes, or you're not good enough for this. But you must learn to eliminate external influences and concentrate on self. So, in formulating your intentions, you start with a goal that you'd like to realize, pretty much like the short journal, that the short script that you were practicing in yesterday's session. You identify what it is that you want to realize. The next step is to imagine it. And if you have your eyes open, it's not as effective as if you sit quietly, as in a meditative state, close your eye, and just think what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like, who's there with you when you are experiencing it. This is what we call actualization or visualization. When you visualize it, it becomes more real to you, seems more possible, and then before you know it, bam, it begins to manifest because you have written it, you've thought about it, you have made it known, you have made it clear. So, an example of an intention. If you notice, I have some of the words underlined. These are what you desire. And then, of course, the second portion of the sentence is what you are doing. So you feel a certain way and you are visualizing what it is that you're doing. Let me just go to the next slide so that you can have a better understanding. So, here in this slide, you want to write down the phrase in the present tense as if it has already occurred. So here you see, I feel blank, that I am blank, right? That I am now blank. So we wrote down a vision for your health and your mental state last night. So when you now are in the process of formulating an intention around that, this is what you do. You write it as if it has already happened. And then I go back now so that you can see what it is. I feel powerful that I am now treating my body like a temple, or I am overjoyed that I am now thinking and feeling positive about life and all it has to offer me. So, in practicing, first you think about a breakthrough that you want to experience in your health and well being. Then you write the statement down on a piece of paper, filling in that blank like that. Okay? So, this is what you will be doing as your day 4 challenge. Sorry, there's an overlap, but I will say you take either 6 white pieces of paper or 3 by 5 cards, and you create 6 intentions: one for your physical health, one for your mental health, one for your love life, one for your home, and one for your career. So you would be saying, as it relates to your career, I feel excited that I am now pursuing my life dream of becoming a doctor, or I feel overjoyed that I am now in a healthy, loving relationship. So, whatever it is that you desire, you imagine the feeling that is generated by that desire as if you are experiencing it in the present, and then you state what it is that you are doing. So, you're looking at the change and the outcome of your desire in the positive. If that makes sense to you, type yes in the comments so that I can know that you are leaving here tonight with the understanding that you can set intentions for yourself and experience it. But remember, you must rehearse it. You must say it like an affirmation on a daily basis so that you can reap the full benefits of setting intentions for your life. That's all I have for you for this evening. And I just want to remind you, I have prizes for individuals who put their challenge evidence and post it in the chat. And coming up, we also have the grand prize for those persons who show up every night. And of course, I don't know if you've been accessing it, but just for showing up without winning the prize for the engagement of doing the challenge, you will receive a incentive bonus. And that incentive bonus tonight is a movement video. We've been focusing on what to eat and what to drink, and we've been focusing on setting your mind in a clear and concise and positive frame. But tonight, you will get a bonus on how to move and be healthy. So that now adds to the mind, body, and spirit cohesive balance. And I just want to thank you again for showing up tonight. We have made it through the halfway mark. And I just want you to give yourself a pat on the shoulder for showing up for yourself in such a positive way. And thank you for supporting this initiative. Remember that it is enough to do your best. Have a wonderful night.